Precotto was one of the suburbs annexed to the city of Milan in 1923. The first mention of the name Pulcutum can be seen in the papal bull around the end of 1100. The etymology of the name is still uncertain, but one of the most likely sources of the Latin word precutum, meaning lands or field, cooked by the sun. The conformation of Precotto is heterogeneous. The part near Crescenzago is very fertile and irrigated by the water of the canals, while the portion around Via Breda is more clayey. This diversity of the territory means that the different areas have given rise to different activities. There are two main roads, Via Cislaghi, which runs towards Crescenzago, and Via Breda, which once connected the city to Monza. During 1830, Precotto was split in two when Viale Monza was built. This led to the industrialization of the suburb. Today, the oldest traces of Precotto can be found near Via Cislaghi, in a public park. There is a small white church built beside the former cemetery. This cemetery was used as a burial place for plague victims, as it was quite far from the center of the town. Inside the church, there are several frescoes, probably from the school of Bernardino Luini, dating from the post-Leonardo period. Where this cemetery used to be, there is now a monument to the fallen soldiers of the two world wars. Erected in 1930, it has recently been restored. The area surrounding Via Cislaghi was more agricultural. It was called the Borghetto, or Little Village. Walking around Precotto today, we can still see the entrances to the farmhouses that created a normal grid inside the fields. Each farmhouse had a big gate leading to a courtyard where there was usually a wash house. Most activities took place in the courtyard. Above were the two floors of living quarters. Even today, these farmhouses are known by the type of activity they contained or the names of the families who once lived there. In Viale Monza, there is the Pisad Court, named from a family who used to make laces and embroideries during the winter when their fields lay fallow. The outside walls of this farmhouse still bear terracotta decorations and the Visconti symbol, since all the farmhouses were the property of the Visconti di Modrone family. Facing Pisad Court is another important gate, made of wooden and embossed with the profile of a two-headed eagle, made with a nail-punching technique, and the emblem of the Austrian Empire. Indeed, the building was once the Habsburg Gendarmerie, and during the 5 days of Milan in 1848, revolutionaries removed the two heads from the eagle. Continuing down Via Cislaghi, we can see a fresco on a wall once part of the entrance of the old church of Precotto, demolished in order to erect the present one in Viale Monza. On the corner of Viale Monza and Via Rucellai, there was a vulcanized fiber factory where paper waste was recycled into material to make bags and suitcases. This factory was erected after the dismantling of one of Precotto's most ancient villas, the Villa Erba o Descalchi. This villa was owned by the Peletti family and in the early 1800s fabricated wind instruments. It seems that once the Shah of Persia visited the establishment to buy an instrument, he was so pleased with his purchase that he stepped out on the balcony to show everyone the newest addition to his royal orchestra.